Indian writer Satyajit Ray once said in an interview that many times he felt lonely. He had his work, he had people around him, yet something always felt missing, something without which existence itself seemed to ache. Indian actor Kishore Kumar also spoke about loneliness. Before his death, loneliness had taken hold of him. It was often said that to escape loneliness, he would talk to trees. You feel lonely too, don't you? One thing is clear when it comes to Satyajit Ray, Kishore Kumar, or even you. No one has truly managed to win against the gigantic monster called loneliness. This sense of loneliness is so severe that nothing escapes it, not extreme mental complexity, not even thoughts centered around death.
Something about me has changed. Something about me has changed. I'm sleeping just fine without you. Didn't know I could. Something about me feels strange.
So the question arises, what actually is loneliness? Those who have read Haruki Murakami's Norwegian Wood might understand this complexity of loneliness. When a person feels the absence of people around them, and that absence causes pain, it is called loneliness. Put another way, since humans are emotional beings, loneliness is a state where a person thinks they are alone, feels that no one truly understands them. From there comes isolation, a distancing from everyone. At such times, a person longs for someone who will understand them, who will validate their emotions. When they finally find such a person, they become desperate to hold on to them. And if that person ever leaves their life, the suffering of loneliness begins all over again. From loneliness emerges a strange term, the emotional black hole. An emotional black hole is a state of human emotion where emotional energy keeps draining without any clear reason, and once spent, that energy never returns. Although Humayun Ahmed once said that nature does not like emptiness, for those trapped in an emotional black hole, emotional emptiness itself seems to be nature's rule. These people are not emotionally isolated by choice. Rather, they slowly withdraw from everything because they are unable to address the emotions around them. There can be many factors behind an emotional black hole, but primarily there are two: external factors and inner conflict. When we talk about external factors, the first thing that comes to mind is a toxic environment, a relationship where one person receives everything, dominates everything, and completely ignores the person on the other side. In such cases, the person who only keeps giving eventually faces an existential crisis. An imbalance is created. At first, this imbalance may not seem too serious, but as time passes, it takes on a devastating form. The same applies to friendships. Those who only take, regardless of time or situation, and never give back, not even minimal concern, create a deep emptiness on the other end. Then there is office culture, self-centered colleagues, dominating bosses, all of which act as external factors. Those who suffer under these conditions cannot properly express their emotions, which creates an inner deficit. From there comes loneliness, and the result is the emotional black hole. The second cause is inner conflict. When we talk about inner conflict, three elements emerge: inferiority complex, emotional trauma, and negative thinking. First, the inferiority complex. People who constantly feel uncomfortable with themselves, who battle low self-esteem every day, who are surrounded by self-doubt like a shadow. They continuously seek validation from others. This validation temporarily fills their inner emotional vacuum. No matter how much attention or love they receive, that emptiness is never truly filled. The result, the emotional black hole. Another major component is emotional trauma. Indian poet Jibanananda Das once wrote, "Who loves to awaken pain by tearing the heart." Although no one truly loves pain, life still forces us to face it in countless ways. Those who lost loved ones early in life, who faced harsh circumstances in childhood, or whose lives have been repeatedly marked by betrayal, harm, or neglect, naturally carry an emptiness within them that often lasts a lifetime. Last but not least, negative thinking. Excessive negative thinking is another cause of the emotional black hole. People who fear everything and constantly think negatively get trapped in a strange loop. The literary figure Rainer Maria Rilke once said that our deepest fears are like dragons. These dragons of fear and negative thinking trap people inside the dark cycle of the emotional black hole. But escape is possible. No matter how impossible it may seem, one can come out of this loop. With conscious decisions, this monster can be confronted. The first step is to admit you are in an emotional black hole and you want to come out of it. The next thing you must examine is your surroundings. The job you are doing, the people you interact with, how much are they positively or negatively affecting your emotions? Reflect on how lonely you truly feel. Spend time planning how that loneliness can be reduced. Prioritize yourself. There will be expectations from your boss, responsibilities toward your family, toxic people in your friend circle, but the decision of whether you will lose yourself fulfilling all of this is entirely yours. To maintain your mental health, you must take responsibility yourself. If you can maintain healthy boundaries with everyone, you already know who benefits the most. Give time to yourself. This does not mean isolating yourself completely or traveling somewhere alone. Rather, while staying among people, prioritize yourself through small activities. Meditation, conversations with loved ones, short breaks from routine, whatever brings peace should be part of your daily life. Challenging negative thoughts is another weapon in this battle. When a negative thought arises, replacing it with a positive one helps bypass it. This doesn't happen overnight, but with regular practice, these thoughts lose their power. Many people use cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or mindfulness practices to reduce the impact of negative thoughts, and these methods are effective. Another powerful practice is appreciation. Acknowledging and appreciating both the small and big positives in life can also help one emerge from the emotional black hole. We all remember this famous line from Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. At the time, survival felt like victory. For those fighting an emotional black hole, survival itself is the true battle, not drowning in a melancholic ocean, but staying afloat, identifying one's problems and guiding them toward resolution. That is the real fight. Those who can do this are the true victors. And for them, Haruki Murakami wrote in Kafka on the Shore, "When the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, or how you survived. You won't even be sure whether the storm has truly ended. But one thing is certain, when you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in." That is what the storm is all about. To those fighting the emotional black hole, may your battle end soon. May light erase all darkness. And may this short life be lived fully with love for everyone.